Welcome to Sunderland on what is a very special day for everyone connected with the university. I know that many proud parents, families and friends have travelled a long way to be here on the day of the awards ceremonies. I hope that this video will enable you to remember this special day and also to share it with other people as you go away from Sunderland. Gaining a degree or a diploma is a tremendous achievement, but education is a lifetime process, and I hope that as you go forward you will go on learning throughout your career. Certainly our top priority is preparing students for a lifetime. Many of the students you will see have already gained practical work experience through placements in business and industry. Others have made a valuable contribution to the local community through voluntary work. Whatever the course, it's worth remembering that the majority of our students will also have developed communication, foreign language and technology skills demanded by employers. The university is an international and cosmopolitan community, with students from over 50 countries worldwide making their own unique contribution to an academic tradition on Wearside which stretches back through founder colleges to 1860. Wherever you go after today, we're proud to have you as part of that tradition. Our world is one of constant change, and indeed many of the students graduating today will have enrolled at Sunderland Polytechnic and will leave the University of Sunderland. As you make your new beginnings, cherish the memories of your time at Sunderland, and most of all, be proud of your achievements. Many congratulations.
Please be seated. Chairman, Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the conferment of awards ceremony of the University of Sunderland. This is one of the most important days in our annual calendar, and we do hope you have a most enjoyable and memorable day. I call upon the Director of the School of Computing and Information Systems to make his presentation.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of Master of Science in Computer-Based Information Systems. Deborah Allen. Keith Ongiers. Michael Doherty. Colin.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who has been awarded the degree of Master of Philosophy. Stephen Xiu Hong Ng.
I now call upon the Pro-Vice-Chancellor to present David Goldman MBE for an Honorary Doctorate of Business Administration.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the citation for the conferment of an Honorary Doctorate of Business Administration upon David Goldman. The study of computing at the University of Sunderland is characterised by a strong business orientation. I want to describe to you the achievements of an individual whose career in business computing is an inspiration to us all. David Goldman's life is a Sunderland success story. Born in Sunderland in 1937, he was educated at Bede Grammar School and spent the first 8 years of his career working in advertising and marketing. He then moved into the printing industry, spending 20 years as managing director of Campbell Graphics Limited, Newcastle. In 1981, however, he completely changed career and embarked upon a business adventure which was to see the creation of the world's leading accountancy software group. David Goldman set up the Sage Group to take advantage of the then newly emerging personal computing software business. By 1989, the business had achieved UK market leadership and a track record of consistency and profitability which enabled it to be listed on the London Stock Exchange. The share price on flotation was £1.30 and market capitalisation 22 million. In March 1993, the share price had risen to £5.64 and the market capitalisation to £115 million. In 1992, during the worst recession for decades, Sage still achieved a 33% growth in profits, despite a 30% reduction in the size of its principal market of personal computing accounting systems. David Goldman made his boldest move to date in May 1991, when the Sage Group acquired its American counterpart, Dallas-based DAC-Easy Inc. This acquisition cost $18 million and was quickly and successfully integrated into the group, and means the Sage Group can now claim to be the world's #1 in accounting software. With 2 further acquisitions in 1992, the Sage Group now has 5 operating subsidiaries in 3 countries and employs 600 people, including 250 in Tyne and Wear. The group's principal UK subsidiary, SageSoft Limited, is Britain's biggest independent PC software company. All this has been achieved by taking a market-driven approach. In fact, David regards his business as a marketing company which happens to sell software, with sales and marketing personnel outnumbering product development staff by 5 to 1. The success of the Sage Group under David's leadership has been recognised by a host of corporate and personal awards. In 1989, Sage was voted Company of the Year in the Northern Business Awards. In 1991, the company won the expansion category of the Venturer of the Year award and Software Supplier of the Year in the Rita Awards. In 1992, David was awarded an MBE for services to the computing industry. He was also named UK Entrepreneur of the Year in the Times newspapers and Coopers & Lybrand PLC Awards. In 1993, he was named North East Businessman of the Year. Outside of the Sage Group, David has a particular interest in supporting small businesses and helping them develop. David Goldman has been described as an entrepreneur in the classical mode, having spotted a business opportunity and pursued it with courage and vigour. In conferring this award, the University of Sunderland celebrates David's exhibition of classical qualities such as self-belief and pioneering zeal, which have helped him make a distinguished contribution to information technology and business development in the region and in the country. David Goldman is a Wearsider who has brought nothing but credit to his home city. Vice-Chancellor, I am pleased to present David Goldman for the conferment of an Honorary Doctorate in Business Administration.
By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer on Alan David Goldman MBE the degree of Doctor of Business Administration honoris causa. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, conscious as I am that I have no legitimate claim to an academic degree, I thank you most sincerely for conferring on me today the honorary degree of Doctor of Business Administration. I can't describe to you my emotions at this moment, nor tell you how thrilled I am, a Sunderland lad born not 1 mile from this spot, to receive this great honour from the University of Sunderland in the city of Sunderland. And believe me, although I have lived down the road in Newcastle for almost 30 years, I am still in my heart a Wearsider. And there can surely be no better evidence of my loyalty than that I still support the red and whites, even today. My memory is just about long enough to be able to recall the time when what is today a great seat of learning catering for some 13,000 students consisted of 3, I believe, unconnected institutions: the Sunderland Technical College, the Sunderland Art School, and the Teacher Training College. Although I cannot remember the founding in 1860 of the original College of Science and Art, I well remember when its successor institutions became the Sunderland Poly in 1969, leading eventually to the grant last year of the charter to create this thriving and exciting new university, which I take this opportunity to wish many years of great success and achievement. This is very dry work. My company, Sage, as you have heard, in little more than 10 years has become a world leader in the supply of small business accounting software. As the front man of the Sage business, I am the one who seems to receive the honors and accolades. And as pleasant as this is for me personally, I must be honest and tell you that one man alone does not build an enterprise such as ours. So I accept this great new honor on behalf of all of our staff in England, America, and France, represented here today by two young men who have played key roles in building the business and who, although still only in their 30s, have developed it into talented business managers running a public company now worth £100 million and with headquarters here in the northeast of England. But of course, I haven't always been a successful businessman, far from it. I was, in fact, the despair of my parents when I left school without their permission. Today, in a sense, I have fulfilled the ambition of every Jewish mother, which is to have a son a doctor. If not a doctor, then maybe a lawyer. But if he has absolutely no brains at all, an accountant. And so, having dropped out of school prematurely, I took my first job as a trainee accountant here in Sunderland. So I missed out on higher education and was not able to achieve what you young men and women have achieved today. As a matter of fact, when I told my two sons, not long graduated themselves, that I was to receive an honorary degree, I received two different, although perhaps predictable, responses. The son who never really enjoyed study said he thought I was extremely lucky to get a degree without the 4 years of hard work and pain which he'd had to endure, whereas the other son, who always took things in his stride, thought I was quite unlucky to be awarded a degree without the fun and freedom of 4 years at university. The truth, I suppose, lies somewhere between these two views, but having now received my degree, I would like to know from the Students' Union if I can still qualify for membership and whether I can have access to the union bars and enjoy the other extramural activities students seem to enjoy these days. But to be serious for just a moment, I've told you that my first job was in an accountant's office here in Sunderland. That lasted only 6 months before I became bored and moved on to another job. This time in advertising with a big Sunderland manufacturer, and there began an affair with one of the loves of my life, advertising and marketing. For me, running a business without advertising would be like winking at a girl in the dark. You know what you're doing, but she can't see you. There are 700 different products, I'm told, on the market which are competitive to Sage products. Many of them no doubt as good or perhaps even better than Sage's own products. But my colleagues would agree that what makes the difference for us, what sets us apart from the herd, are our marketing skills. The message, therefore, that I would like to pass on to all of you budding computer technologists now emerging into the real business world is simple but very important. Don't ever be so arrogant or blinkered as to believe that the computer product which you may be involved with, be it hardware or software, is an end in itself. Be sure always that there are living, breathing customers out there somewhere who need and want your product.
The customer, ladies and gentlemen, both before the sale and after, is always king. Try never to forget that the history of business is that they grow, get big, get the whole market, get arrogant, and disappear. Vice-Chancellor, may I thank you and your colleagues once again for bestowing on me this great honor. Believe me, no graduate was ever more thrilled to receive his degree.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Anne Wright, to address you.
Chairman, distinguished guests, graduates and diplomats, families and friends. What we're trying to say here today with the ceremony, the parchments, the gowns, the fanfare, is both very simple and very special. We're saying quite simply to all of you, graduates and diplomats of the University of Sunderland, congratulations on your achievement. We are proud to celebrate your achievement with you at this special moment in your lives. Because this is also a very special occasion, and one which everyone here today is delighted to share with you. Families, friends, parents, partners, children, even grandchildren. Academic achievement requires tremendous effort and hard work, and it also calls for tremendous support. I know that all of you will have someone here today whose support you have valued and welcomed. Your celebration is our celebration too. The awards ceremony is a special occasion for the university, for the lecturers, and indeed for all the staff who work together as a team to provide the teaching and the services which enable you to succeed. We also celebrate, through the honorary awards conferred at this year's ceremonies, the achievements of a small number of distinguished people who are outstanding in their profession. We believe that the benefits of higher education last a lifetime, and that learning goes on throughout life. Lifelong learning, a lifetime of achievement. How appropriate and how inspiring it is to honour the lifetime achievement of these distinguished people alongside the success of our own students. This has been a very special year, our first full year as the University of Sunderland. Today, for the first time, we award degrees of the University of Sunderland and see the splendid new Sunderland gowns and hoods. New parchments, new gowns, but the same standards of excellence in our awards. The University of Sunderland has itself a long and distinguished career, going back, as we've heard, not just to Sunderland Polytechnic, but to Sunderland Technical College before it. The university, like the graduates and diplomats here today, has received its parchment, its conferment of new academic status. As the University of Sunderland, we too aim to make a distinguished and distinctive contribution to higher education, to go from strength to strength, from success to success. The university has this year over 13,000 students studying either on the campus or in our partner colleges in the region. Our students come from all over the UK, indeed all over the world. We're truly a national and an international university. And we're particularly proud of our role here in the North East, which is home to a third of our students. We welcome more and more students from the city of Sunderland. This year, more than 1 in 5 of our students have chosen to come to their university in their city. The changes which have taken place in higher education mean that we now have a single university sector. Our universities teach at all levels, from HNC right through to PhD. The creation of the new universities means that, for the first time in this country, our universities include institutions whose roots are in their local communities, their industries, and their people, and whose experience over a century or so lies in vocational and academic higher education to meet the needs of students and employers. The target of 1 in 3 of young people entering higher education by the year 2000 marks a cultural change. By the middle of the next century, a substantial proportion of the entire adult population will be students, graduates, parents or partners or children of students, or will themselves be employed in higher education. Higher education will be a normal expectation. Students will be not a group apart, but our family, our neighbour, ourselves. And in this new expanded university sector, more people will be able to go on learning throughout their lives. We need, all of us, a lifelong commitment to adding to the knowledge and skills which we need in a rapidly changing employment environment. The University of Sunderland will strive constantly to meet that commitment with a portfolio of flexible programmes tailored to the needs of individuals and employers. We have to be the university for a lifetime in a learning society. Universities advance knowledge through people, adding to knowledge and skills through education, training and research, producing confident, capable people who are qualified to contribute over a lifetime to society and the economy. Our mission at the University of Sunderland is one of access to quality, access, innovation, excellence. We're committed to serving students, industry and business, and the community as a resource and a generator for development, the personal development of individuals, as well as broader educational, economic, and social development. Our primary role is, of course, education. We aim to extend access to higher education and to a higher education which is relevant to adult life and to employment. We formed partnerships with colleges and schools in access courses and franchise programs which provide a friendly entry to higher education, a welcome mat on the student's own doorstep. Another way in which we can say, come in, welcome to the university, is through the new vocational A-levels, GNVQ. The development of GNVQ extends the opportunities for young people to progress to higher education, and we look forward to welcoming the first GNVQ entrants as early as 1994. The university also operates to support industry and business, working with companies, as well as carrying out basic research to extend knowledge, as a resource and a generator of ideas and expertise. And as a university, we work in the community with many partners, across sectors, across government departments, in Europe. The School of Computing and Information Systems makes a full and distinctive contribution to the university's mission, developing technology expertise which can be applied in a wide range of business and industrial sectors. The school equips students and staff to be the knowledge workers of the future and enhance the knowledge capability of a knowledge society. The school's research includes decision support systems with 2 major European projects in collaboration with more than a dozen universities and companies Europe-wide. One project aims to help manufacturing industry make a more timely response to market demands by a capability to alter very quickly what is made when. Another project is to automate decision-making on what parts of the road network need repair. The school will host a session at the World Congress on Expert Systems this year, featuring a variety of research projects which are being undertaken internationally. The school has continued also its significant contribution to the University's Centre of Excellence in Advanced Manufacture. Overall, looking to the future, to a knowledge future in a knowledge society. And so we move forward, going from strength to strength as a university through the achievements of our students and our staff. This year, we've opened new student residences and a prestigious science building. Next year, we'll see the opening of our new campus on the banks of the River Wear. The new campus will provide magnificent teaching and learning facilities in the heart of the city, beside St. Peter's Church, where the Venerable Bede and Benedict Biscop taught in their monastery in the 7th century AD. What a wonderful symbol of the history, the continuity of knowledge and of learning. But the campus is a symbol too of faith in the future of Sunderland and its university. that investment in the future which all education represents. When Her Majesty the Queen visited the new campus last May, she graciously unveiled a sculpture which commemorated Bede and celebrated the future. Last July, the President of the European Parliament laid the foundation stone for our new campus. The foundations for the future are well laid. The University of Sunderland will go forward to the next century, serving students, industry, and the community. All education is about laying foundations, about building the future through people, qualified, capable people. Yours is a very great achievement here today. Be proud of your achievement. No one can take it away from you. It is your foundation for the future. And your celebration is our celebration because your future is also our future. I wish you all well. And now will the graduates and diplomats please all stand. By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I formally confer on you those awards for which you have been presented and whose parchments you have received. Our warmest congratulations to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony. We hope you will now join us for the post-ceremony refreshments at Wearmouth Hall. Would you please stand while the procession leaves the theatre?